106.7 WIZN, that is Steppenwolf and Born to be Wild. Heard ZZ Top and Cheap Sunglasses before that. I'm Joe Vega here with you on your Wednesday Rock and Ride home. Call my friend Ben Berry from Martin, Harding, and Mazzotti because I had a legal question for him. Hello, Ben.
Joe, how are you?
Okay, so I was reading this article just recently about a gentleman, this is in Canada actually, who received a bottle of barbecue sauce in a wooden grill scraper from the company for Christmas, and then he tweeted, and I quote, "What kind of billion-dollar company gifts its employees barbecue sauce as a holiday gift?" And of course, someone in the human resources department saw that tweet, and this gentleman lost his job. So I guess my question is that legal?
In Canada, I don't know. I'm not familiar with Canadian employment law. However, in the States, particularly New York, Vermont, Massachusetts, an employer would likely be able to terminate the employment of that individual really based on anything, because most employees are at-will employees. So the employee can quit without consequence, and the employer can fire them without consequence as long as it's not for a reason that's otherwise protected by statute. So in this particular case, this guy is kind of railing on his employer, not thankful for the gift he received, speaking of the employer in a bad light. They can very likely legally terminate him if that employment was in New York, Vermont, Massachusetts. So yeah, I think that you should, as an employee, think twice about posting something that is ill-fitting for your employer. And actually, I think a lot of companies nowadays actually have sort of a code of conduct for social media and what they would require of their employees, both while they're on the clock and while they're off of the clock in their public life and what they're posting. I'd be interested to know if this individual actually posted that while he was on the clock, because that would also be an additional layer of support for the termination.
Gotcha. So not a good idea for me to bring up the digital camera that we got for Christmas a number of years ago. It sounds like a great gift, but Ben, everybody had smartphones at that point. It sat on my shelf for a long time. It never got used.
Well, maybe that had something to do with your performance review.
You know what? That sounds incredibly likely. All right, Ben Berry from Martin, Harding, and Mazzotti. Thanks, Ben.
Thank you, Joe. Take care.
Remember, you can call Ben at any time at Martin, Harding, and Mazzotti at 1-800-LAW-1010 or go online to 1-800-LAW-1010.com. Mel Allen taking over from here. He's got music from Joe Walsh and Metallica next.